The snow outside the cafe window fell in silent flakes, each one a whisper from the past, as Jonathan Cole stepped inside for the first time in years. He wasn't just any man seeking warmth, he was a millionaire, a tech visionary who'd turned a college dorm dream into an empire. But today, none of that mattered. He didn't come here to be seen or celebrated. He came for coffee. Or so he thought. The little bell above the door chimed, and heads turned out of habit, but no one recognized him beneath the wool coat and scarf. He liked it that way. The last time he had been in this small-town cafe, he was broke, in love, and full of wild ideas. Now, years later, success clung to him like an aura. Still, he felt hollow. Jonathan took a seat by the window, absently watching the snow. The warmth of the place crept into his bones. It smelled of cinnamon and burnt toast, laughter and hard work. It was comforting, familiar. Then, he heard it, her laugh. He looked up, and the world slowed. Behind the counter, wearing a tired apron and a smile too brave for its own good, was Emily, his ex-wife. The woman he'd once promised the world, then left behind when his dreams demanded more than his heart could hold. And on her hip, a baby girl with curls the color of his own, and eyes that mirrored his mother's. He froze. The coffee he ordered didn't come. Time didn't move. He could only stare. She hadn't seen him yet. She was wiping down tables, bouncing the baby with practiced grace, laughing with customers as if everything was fine, as if her whole world wasn't teetering on her back. His heart thudded. Memories crashed in. The late-night arguments, the long-distance calls that became shorter and shorter, the silences that said everything. He left because he thought he had to choose between love and ambition. He thought he'd come back someday. But he never did. Until now. "Can I help you, sir?" she asked as she turned to him, her smile faltering the moment their eyes met. He stood, unsure what to say, how to breathe. Emily. Her name cracked the air. She blinked. Jonathan. A long pause stretched between them, filled with everything they never said. "Hi," he said softly. "You look, well." She didn't smile. "I work 2 jobs and sleep 4 hours a night." "That's not, well, Jonathan." He nodded. He deserved that. "And this is." He gestured to the child, though his voice was already trembling with knowing. She pulled the girl closer. "Her name is Hope." Hope. The word landed like a prayer. "Is she?" Emily nodded. "Yours." The room spun. 1,000 emotions rushed in, shock, guilt, awe. "Why didn't you tell me? You were gone. You made your choice." Jonathan looked down at the little girl, who stared at him with curious, unafraid eyes. He felt the weight of all the time he had missed press against his chest. In that moment, his millions meant nothing. "I'm so sorry," he whispered. Emily held his gaze. "Sorry doesn't buy diapers or pay for daycare." He sat back down slowly, heart racing. "Let me help." She frowned. "With what? Money? You think you can fix this with a check?" He shook his head. "No. I mean really help. I want to be part of her life. Of yours, if you'll let me." Emily didn't answer. She had customers. She had a shift to finish. She turned away, and Jonathan sat there, stunned. The baby reached a hand out toward him, babbling nonsense. He held her tiny fingers in his for a moment, and something in him cracked open. Over the following days, Jonathan returned to the cafe. Not with suits or grand gestures, but in jeans and humility. He bussed tables. He learned how to make lattes. He played peekaboo with Hope during Emily's breaks. The town whispered. But Emily watched. She watched the man who once chose ambition now choose fatherhood. She watched him laugh with their daughter, change diapers, mop floors after closing time. She didn't trust easily, not after being left behind. But slowly, something thawed. One night, after the last customer had left, she sat across from him at a booth. "You're different," she said. "I lost everything that mattered before I realized what mattered." They sat in silence. Hope slept in a makeshift crib by the coffee machine. "I can't promise anything," Emily said. "I'm still angry. Still hurt." "I know," he said. "I'll earn it. Every day." A month passed. Then 2. He bought a small house nearby, nothing fancy, but with a nursery painted in soft pinks. He didn't ask Emily to move in. He didn't ask for forgiveness. He just showed up. And one day, Emily handed him a photo album. "For the years you missed," she said quietly. Inside were pictures of Hope's first steps, her first birthday, her first scraped knee. Jonathan cried. Hope was walking now, calling him Daddy. The cafe became their family space, laughter echoing through its walls like a second chance. Then came the storm. The cafe's owner announced he was selling. The business was struggling. Emily faced losing the job that kept them afloat. Jonathan stepped forward. "Let me buy it." "No," she said. "You can't keep saving us with money." "I won't. I'll be your partner. Silent, if that's what you want. This place, it's your dream." They argued, cried, then finally agreed. The papers were signed, and the cafe became Hope's Place, named not just for their daughter, but for the second chance life had given them. Word spread. Locals supported them, drawn to the warmth and resilience of the story behind the counter. Emily's menu grew, the staff expanded, and Hope's laughter became the soundtrack to a new chapter. Years passed. The cafe thrived. Jonathan and Emily never remarried, but they rebuilt something stronger: partnership, trust, a family. He attended every school play, every doctor's visit. He found joy not in stock prices but in bedtime stories and pancake sundaes. One night, after tucking Hope into bed, Jonathan stood in the doorway and whispered, "Thank you." Emily looked up. "For what?" "For letting me find my way back." She smiled, soft and real. "You didn't find your way back, Jonathan. You built a new road." Outside, the snow fell again, quietly blanketing the world in white. Inside, a family sat together beneath the soft hum of fairy lights, wrapped not in wealth, but in love. Because sometimes, the richest man in the room is the one who learns how to give, not just with his wallet, but with his heart.